Hello, and welcome to another episode of Scrap Rabbit Gaming. With me, Scrap Rabbit. As you can see, we're back in Dragonfall. And last time, I joined the Illuminati. Oops. Yeah. Did not mean to do that. Just the thing that happened. Turns out that the good doctor wants to see me now. Good doctor, hello. Okay. Blah blah blah, business is business. I got your message, what do you want to discuss? Business. I have a job for you. I see eye to eye. That's true, we haven't, but I'm confident that you're the right woman for the job. Good enough for me. Good. So let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? Back before I emigrated from my native Spain, I worked in partnership with a Berlin-based R&D lab. The biotech they were developing was very hush-hush. Very cutting edge. Our arrangement was that I would bankroll the research and that they, in turn, would provide me with the unique merchandise to sell in my clinics. Go on. About 2 years ago, things went sour. My name was slandered and the fickle mistress that is public perception turned against me. An ugly business, I assure you. Even talking about my fall from grace makes my stomach turn. The injustice of it all is almost too much to bear. They accuse you of... what didn't they? Theft, medical malpractice, the sale of stolen goods, other more colorful accusations that do not bear repeating. But that was then. This is now. I came here to Berlin to escape all of that. Of course, I also moved here to be closer to the lab that I had funded, and the merchandise that I am owed. Fetch merchandise. Yes, and find out what happened to the lab itself. The facility is locked down, you see, nearly impenetrable, and I have no idea why. As I was packing to move to Berlin, all was well. 16 hours later, I arrived to discover the building locked tight, with my merchandise inside. The Turk, Altok, has been running surveillance on the site since I set up shop here. In that time, no one has entered and no one has left. Whatever went wrong in there must have killed the research team. I want you to find a way into the building, recover the cybertech that they were developing, and know what happened to research, in that order. Presently gobbled up. Don't be. Back when I was a wealthy man, before my legal troubles, I paid the lease for a decade in advance. Before you say anything, yes, it was a huge expense, but what's locked inside in that lab is worth 10 times what I've spent on it. I don't want anyone laying claim to it but me. Why didn't you contact Monica about this? Who says I didn't? I had a, let's say, tumultuous friendship with our dear departed Monica. We had our ups and downs. You see, on the subject, she was most certainly down. That was her choice, and I'm hoping that you will be savvy enough not to make the same mistake. Just like compensation, listen to this for me. I can't afford to pay you in new yen, and that's your own fault. By the way, you shut off a good chunk of my revenue when you pulled that stunt down in the sewers. But what I can do is give you the first crack at any biotech that you recover from the site, and make it available to you at a discount. This is top-of-the-line ware that we're talking about, mind you, better than anything else that I've got in stock, and because it's biotech, the essence loss from implanting it will be minimal. It's a good deal, and win for you, really. So what's it going to be? I'm in. because I'm going to be investing in more BioWare down the line. Alright. Decker, Shaman, Glory, or Iger? Could go with a Merc. I feel like this would be a lot of close quarters combat. Yeah, I think this would be a lot of close quarters combat. You ride to the Anduanar. Adenua Platz. It's a dismal one. Your only company on the train is an elderly dwarf in a ragged peacoat, and he spends most of his time muttering to himself. When the train rattles to a stop, he slowly rises from his perch and begins to hobble toward the door. And the station isn't much different. An old, broken-down thing at the end of its useful life, feebly tottering towards obsolescence. This area of Berlin has clearly seen better days. A window of light shines down from the surface, and even that looks stale. Slowly, you begin to climb. I have 2 karma. It's not really worth it. Faded Glory. Looming above you is a fortress-like singular impenetrable facility. Shutter. Sinister appearance. It's your target. Wonder what happened here. It'll still be happening for all we know. I get a distinct feeling that this is going to be a fight zone. Game's lagging something hard. That was weird. Okay. And that's why you bring a Decker with you. This place is pleasant. This terminal appears to contain an inventory control system for Shadowrun Biosense merchandise. The items are spelled out in amber lettering against a solid black background. A glowing cursor awaits your input. Every detail. This entry details a number of projects that involve invasive testing on awakened animals. Ugh. There's a listing of a number of hellhounds, including their complete medical histories. It appears that most of the experimental procedures listed formed on a subject named Billy, but who or what Billy might be has been left undisclosed. We're gonna have to fight Billy. We're gonna have to fight a hellhound named Billy. Terminal governs the animal testing wing of some data entries concerning animal test subjects formed on the full menu screen. Contains notes on a variety of invasive test procedures that were performed on a kennel of hellhound test subjects. There are several memos appended to the file. Apparently the scientists working in the animal testing wing were less convinced that working with dangerous fire-breathing animals would yield useful results than the executives were. I wonder why! This entry covers the various forms of experimentation and testing performed on Sutherland's prized possession, a rare albino basilisk acquired from an exotic animal dealer in Portugal. Why? It appears the basilisk was being used as the primary focus of a passion project. Okay, Billy is a basilisk. Billy the basilisk. We're gonna have to fight a basilisk. I should have brought Iger. Appears the basilisk was being used as the primary focus of an attempt to create a magically active piece of bioware. While the executives in charge of the product felt that a basilisk would make an appropriate test subject is not clarified. The list of procedures performed on the creature is extensive, including a series of They didn't make this thing stop feeling pain before they cut into its belly. Only way to go is down. It's a sewer. Wonderful. This is where Billy's gonna eat us. Well, at least I got some money. A clearance panel beams. I'm up. Shotgun time. Oh yeah. Boop. I am a robot. Just get chatting. Glory. Oh, that has to die. Well, first off, heal yourself. Second off, Glorious aim. Flap, flap, flap. Oh, let's open this door. Get this, whatever it is. In. Sup, dude? Am I gonna shoot you in your face? A man in a tattered lab coat confirms his beard is bushy and kept, his bare patches is good. You there! Who are you? Selects towards you and switching. How dare you enter my domain? Scrap Rabbit, pleased to meet you. Well, Scrap Rabbit, I am not pleased to meet you. You stand as a trespasser in my sovereign territory, and you have murdered my citizens. You have invaded my home. We've got a live one here, boss. You are a murderer, a monster. You will pay. And who are you? I am Philip Rex, the Night King of Stutterland Bioscience, and I will have you banished for your transgressions, she-troll. Banished to the underworld and left to the ravages of the all-powerful Billy. Hold still while I fetch the robots that banish you. The peasants opened fire on me. I destroyed them in self-defense. No, they wouldn't do that. They were gentle and kind. You're an outsider, and you don't understand the bond of trust and respect that we shared. I did my best to make life good for the peasantry. I scrubbed their plastic cases on a daily basis, and I crooned pleasing melodies to ease their troubled minds. But those days are over now. My peasants are dead. You destroyed something beautiful. Alright, sire. I'm sorry about your peasants, but I'm on an important, quest. Look of grief. Grief on his face instantly vanishes. What replaces? Security. Oh, well, that changes everything. Perilous quests and civilian casualties go together like chocolate and peanut butter. I can't stay mad at you for that. Tell me about this quest of yours, good she-troll. Leave nothing to the imagination. You have my rapt attention. I need to get my hands on the BioWare prototypes that were being stored in the Executive Wing. The Executive Wing? Madness! Take this as a warning, noble stranger. If you intend to forge your way into the land of milk and honey, you do so at your own peril. The underworld stands between you and your goal. The underworld is home to the murderous Billy. I think I've read about this Billy. He was Stutterland's albino basilisk, right? Was is right. Now, he is so much more. A creature of legend. Years of experimentation has made the beast into the ultimate killing machine. He's smarter than 10 men, and 5 times as deadly. Oh, I guess I'll have to kill him. A fool's errand. Heiner tried to kill Billy once. He thought that, by eating the beast, we could steal its power. Hubris. Billy devoured my friend for his insolence. The last remaining copy of the Key E card was lost. He was a beautiful fool, that Heiner. I told him that we didn't need to eat Billy, that we could survive indefinitely on synthesized cardiac tissue and chakra nubs. But he wouldn't listen, and keycard E was lost. And without it, I can no longer access the executive wing and its expensive snack bar. I have eaten nothing but fat-grown metahuman organs for a year and a half, stranger. I would kill for a chakra nub. I think that I've heard all that I need about Billy. Just tell me how to get to the executive wing. Very well, stranger. If you cannot be dissuaded, I will help you. Fishes in his coat pocket with a bony hand, produces a thin slip of plastic. Presents it to you with a flourish. This is my prized possession, the incomparable keycard B. Using this, you can descend to the underworld and face Billy. If you should survive the encounter, search for the long-missing keycard E. Use it to reopen the executive wing, and I will see to it that you are richly rewarded. This is amazing. And it's going to have to continue into the next episode where I descend into the lair of Billy on my quest. Thank you all for watching and have a wonderful evening.